Good evening. Wartime documents released for the first time today paint a picture of horrifying war crimes in Alderney and of black marketeering and collaboration in Jersey and Guernsey. In Jersey, the secret files report there were a great many illegitimate children to German fathers, large fortunes were made on the black market, and at least 2 informers gave information which led to islanders being deported to prison camps. The information in these files in the Public Records Office has been kept secret for half a century. Today, historians had a chance to see what those who escaped the Nazis had to say about conditions in the occupied Channel Islands. Most distressing are the files marked atrocities, which record conversations with Germans and others, and give often graphic eyewitness accounts of Russian prisoners being beaten to death, and of others crammed in the hold of a prison ship with no food, and being left to die in a storm.
Certainly, every indication was that they behaved in a reasonably civilized manner on Jersey and Guernsey towards the indigenous population. However, it's quite clear on the smallest of the main islands, Alderney, just off the French coast, they were committing acts of utter barbarity.
The documents relating to the other Channel Islands paint a different picture from the official view of them as unswervingly loyal to the Crown during the occupation. Escapees claimed that large fortunes were being made on the black market, and that at least 2 informers gave information which led to islanders being deported to prison camps. It was claimed that in Jersey, by 1943, 70% of local women had gone with Germans, and these so-called jerry bags had given birth to up to 900 German babies. The British intelligence officers were told that abortions were commonplace, at 5 guineas if the father was German and 3 guineas if he was local. The escapees claimed many of the mothers were married to British serving men. Sir John Leal, president of Guernsey's controlling committee, who was knighted after the war, is accused of being pro-German. It's alleged he put every difficulty in the way of fishermen getting permits, if there were grounds for thinking they may escape. And the intelligence officers were told he lived well and far above the ordinary rations. But it was not all tales of collaboration and betrayal. Escapers also told of there being at least 1,000 radio sets secretly receiving BBC broadcasts in Guernsey, and of pinpricks of resistance, like stealing ignition keys from German vehicles. And there was praise for Jersey's wartime bailiff Alexander Coutanche, who was called a reliable patriot. Most of the documents concentrate on reports of life and death in Alderney and Guernsey. But are they still relevant after all this time, and should they have been released now? That's what we've been asking in Alderney and Guernsey today.
No, I don't. I honestly think that the time is past and we should put it away and forgive and forget. I don't believe in carrying grudges for years and years and years.
Well, obviously any information from the past anybody would like to hear, but I think there could be some more publicity for what people did, which was good in the islands during the occupation. You don't seem to hear much about that.
I feel that they should have been released sooner rather than later. There's been far too much speculation circulating around, and the sooner the public are aware of the facts which can be, will hopefully be obtained from these documents, the better.
I think it's important that we know and future generations know their suffering and exactly what was going on here.
Well, I think it's rather a waste of time. We, especially as regards Alderney, there was no one here to collaborate. We know all about the slave camps, thoroughly unpleasant. And I think really these things are best thrown away.
That's our top story tonight. Now with a look at some of the day's